Good morning from Beijing. Today it's Tuesday, and it means that in 6 days I run my first ever marathon in Tokyo. And for this week I planned a few runs, starting with tonight, an interval run with a 2 kilometer warm-up and then 6 times 400 meters at a fast pace, and then with a 2 minutes slow walk in between, and then a cool down of 2 kilometers. And then on Thursday I will do a tempo run. I will run 8 kilometers at 5:30 per kilometer. And then I will have a shakeout run on Saturday, which is going to be like 5 kilometers at a very slow pace, like 6:30 per kilometer. And then on Sunday, I will run 42 kilometer. And more about Sunday later in this video. Last night, I did some leg exercises in gym, some strengthening exercises. These strength exercises are also a really important part of my marathon training. And hopefully the runs in this week will help me to prepare for the big race on Sunday.
Afternoon, a little interval training today, 8 kilometers in total, 2 kilometer warm up, then 6 times 400 meters fast pace, then 2 minutes a slow pace, and then a 2 kilometer cool down. So let's go. 2 kilometer warm up done at 6 per kilometer. So now I'm going to start with the interval. First interval done at 5:08. So now 2 minutes walking slowly. Second interval at 4:11. Third interval at 4:12. Fourth interval at 4:06. Fifth interval done at 4:16. Sixth interval done at 4:19. Now we will walk at a slow pace for 2 minutes. And then I will do a 2 kilometer cool down. And then the 8 kilometer interval run for today is done.
So I'm now at the airport in Beijing, about to board my flight to Tokyo. And this morning, when I woke up, I felt pain in my ankle. Yesterday at the Great Wall of China, when walking down on the wall, I sprained my ankle. Yeah, a few days before the marathon. Even though it does not hurt that much, there is a pain. So I hope that in the next days this pain will go away. That's the only thing I can do. So I'm ready for Tokyo. I'm now in my hotel in Tokyo and I arrived here yesterday. I think the flight from Beijing was about 4 hours, so it was not that long. But I arrived in evening, and actually I had planned a tempo run for yesterday. It would be just 8 kilometers. But in the end I didn't do it. I did not sprain my ankle, but I do have pain under my feet. It doesn't hurt when I'm sitting, and also it doesn't hurt like in the morning after waking up. And even when I walk for the first 5 minutes, it doesn't hurt. But after that, it starts hurting. So I think there is a muscle there that has some irritation or is sprained. It is what it is. And I have to deal with the situation, which I'm going to do. This morning, I went to the gym. I did some stretching, some upper body workouts. I trained my shoulders and my back. And tomorrow, I was supposed to do a shakeout run, 5 kilometers. But I'm not sure if I will do it. I think that giving my foot more rest will be more beneficial than having a 5 kilometer run the day before the marathon. Anyway, enough about my foot. I want to talk about a different kind of food, like eating, drinking. Because I need to do a carb load for today and for tomorrow. So in general, you need about 8 to 12 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight per day in the 2 to 3 days before the run. As I weigh 80.6 kilograms, it means that I need 970 grams of carbs per day, today and tomorrow. So today, but also tomorrow, I will try to eat as much carbs in the form of oats, muesli bars, granola bars, bananas, rice, chicken, pasta, can be anything. And also sports drink. I will also keep an eye on eating not too many proteins, because even proteins are good they will slow down the digestion. And I don't want that when I eat 970 grams of carbs per day. On the race day itself, in the morning before the run, I'm planning to eat oats, bananas, nuts. I will try not to drink too much because the Tokyo Marathon is known for not having that many toilets next to the race course. And I've seen that in previous years, the queues of those toilets could sometimes take up to like 15 minutes, which is something I really want to avoid. I've also made 2 plans for the race day itself. Plan A, which if everything turns out well, I will finish between 3:52 and 3:57. And Plan B, if that turns out well, then I will reach the finish line between 3:56 and 4:02. So for Plan A, I will run the first 2 kilometers at a pace of 5:50. I've seen in all my previous long runs that in the first 2-3 kilometers, I'm way slower. And I should not push myself to be faster because apparently my body needs to like warm up, and that's totally fine. Then from kilometer 2 to 10, I will run at a pace of 5:30, 5:40 per kilometer. Then from kilometer 10 to 30, I will run at a pace between 5:25 and 5:30. I know that I can run this pace, but I've never run more than 28 kilometers. So I have to see how is my body responding to that. Then from kilometer 30 to kilometer 42 is where it gets interesting, because I know that this is going to be the hardest part of the marathon. I never trained this part. However, I'm going to try to maintain the pace of 5:25, 5:30. Then there's also a plan B. Things might turn out differently than I expect them to be. In the first 2 kilometers, I will run that 5:50 pace anyway. So that's the same. After that, I will go to the 5:30, 5:40. But if I feel that this is not working, I will try 5:40, 5:45 until 10 kilometers. Then I will go to 5:35 to 5:40. And I will do that until kilometer 30. At kilometer 30, I will decide whether I maintain the same pace of 5:40 or if I will slow down to 5:45. But we don't know how things are going to turn out in 2 days. However, I'm very confident that plan A will work out well, that I'm going to finish my marathon around 3:55. I'm saying this now, but now I just like realize if it turns out that I'm like finished at 5:15, it will be such a disappointment. I mean, in the same video, I'm not now telling like, oh, I will finish 3:55. But yeah. During the race, I will use an energy gel every 40 minutes and a caffeine gum every 60 minutes. During my trainings, I also used caffeine gums and they work really well on me. So yeah, I'm just doing the same thing during the race. So yeah. So it's Saturday morning, one day before the marathon. I decided it's way better to not run today. Still feel some pain in my left foot, so instead of that I will take it easy today. I will do just some walking in the city. I will take some more rest, and then for tomorrow I will wake up early around 6 a.m. I will take an ice bath and make myself ready for the race. I will take a train around 7:15. Then I'll be at Shinjuku train station at 7:45, and then the run will start at 9:10. But as I'm in area G, I think I'll be running around 9:30, 9:40, 9:50. Last night I went to the expo. It was quite nice. I think I had my number and all the other stuff within 5 to 10 minutes after entering the building. There wasn't really a line or a queue. Then there were a lot of stands of all the sponsors and shops. So that's it for now. I will take a rest today and then I'm going to prepare myself for tomorrow.
So for the rest of the day, I was just walking through the city of Tokyo together with my brother, and we saw some runners in the park doing a shakeout run. And then in the evening, we had sushi for dinner.
Good morning, Tokyo. Today is the race day. It's now 7:20 in the morning. I'm walking to the metro station. I had my breakfast this morning. I ate oats, a lot of oats, which I've also been eating before my runs in the past few months. So I know that my body reacts well on that. I'm very well prepared, but I'm also very
nervous in a good way. Yeah. My feet is okay, I still feel it, a little bit of pain. Could be better, but it also could be worse. 30 minutes before the race I will take 2 Panadol, just to be sure, so that I can finish my race today. Oh, I'm so excited, like really excited. It's getting crazy, I've been training for this for like 5 or 6 months. And then this is the moment that it's going to happen. That's just... let's go.
So I entered the area through my gate, and it was pretty crowded, but it was all done pretty efficiently, so it went pretty fast. I entered my start area, area G, and here I had to wait for about 40 to 15 minutes before I could start my run.
I did my first 2 kilometer at 5:45. At 5 kilometer at 5:29. So far so good. 8 at 5:37. Ten at 5:27.
Yeah, my brother was watching me at several points in the city, and I have to say that gave such an energy boost.
15 at 5:18. Goed bezig, maat. $20 at 5:26. 25 at 5:25. Oh, it's getting hard now. Ik bezig. Okay. 30 at 5:26. Why did I do this? 35 at 5:27. Oh, I'm really dying right now. Oh my god. Wat? Wat? Oh. I made it.
Yeah, after the run I could barely talk. I was so tired. I really gave everything that I had. So after my race, me and my brother decided to watch the other runners finish their race, and then we called it a day.
It's one day after my first marathon, and yesterday I actually wanted to make a video about how it was, but I was so tired. When I look outside the window, I see it's snowing actually today. It's really cold outside, and I'm really happy that the weather yesterday was so good. It was actually the warmest marathon in Tokyo ever. And it was quite warm. Like in the morning it was fine, it was cloudy, a bit chilly. And then in the afternoon when the sun appears, it got about 20 degrees. Luckily I'm used to run in warm weather, but I saw many other runners struggling. But for me it went really well. It was just such an awesome experience. The course was so beautiful, there were so many people everywhere, and they were all like cheering you up. And according to my Strava, I ran in 3 hours 55, but according to the official Tokyo Marathon, I was a bit slower. I don't know why that is, but I saw that several other runners also had different times with their running track app and the official time. However, I always use the Strava app to track my distance and pace, so I just stick to that one. I'm happy with it. Anyway, it went really well. It went way better than I could expect. The first few kilometers were a bit challenging because there were so many people. I really had to look out where I was running. In the first, I think, 35 kilometers, I always had around the same pace, like between 5:25, 5:35. I even had a few kilometers where I was running at like between 5:10 and 5:20. But then at kilometer 36, I really started struggling. My whole body was fatigued and I had so much pain in my legs. I was like, how am I ever going to finish this? Because like even if you're like at 35 or 36, it's just like 7 or 6 kilometers, but at that moment they felt so long. Like every kilometer felt like half an hour. I was like, when is the next sign coming for the new kilometer? It's crazy. One of the reasons for that is that I was running out of gels at kilometer 34, 35. So at that point I took everything I could at the aid stations. I remember I ate some Calorie Mate, which is like a Japanese gel or like food for runners. I had bananas and a lot of Pocari Sweat. So yeah, I took everything I could just to get in some carbs so I could finish the run. And I did, and I was so happy when I finished the run. I will definitely do it again. But for now, I'll take some rest first.